Professor Kelvin's crystalline appendages clicked against the holographic display as images of Earth materialized before the diverse assembly of Galactic Academy students. The Zenthari professor's reputation for xenogeology preceded him across 3 star systems, and today's lecture on death worlds promised to be particularly enlightening. Class, observe. Kelvin's translator rendered his chittering speech into standard galactic. This is what the natives call a volcano, a mountain that quite literally bleeds molten rock from deep within the planetary crust. The hologram showed Mount Etna mid-eruption, its peak crowned with fire and ash, rivers of glowing orange magma cascading down its slopes. The assembled students gasped, clicked, and hummed their various expressions of horror. A Vexillian student in the 3rd row nearly fainted, her bioluminescent skin flickering with distress. As you can see, the temperatures within these geological nightmares exceed 200 degrees Celsius. The atmospheric contamination alone would be lethal to most carbon-based life forms. These volcanoes cover nearly 20% of Earth's surface, lying dormant like sleeping predators, ready to... A sound interrupted him. Laughter. Human laughter. Every optical sensor, eye, and sensory organ in the auditorium swiveled toward the back row where Marcus Chen sat, the sole human student in the advanced xenogeology course. He had his hand clamped over his mouth, shoulders shaking, clearly trying to contain himself. Professor Kelvin's color shifted to an irritated purple. Mr. Chen, is something amusing about planetary-scale destruction? Marcus stood, face red, wiping tears from his eyes. I'm sorry, Professor. I really am. It's just the way you're describing it. Please enlighten us, Kelvin said, his tone dripping with sarcasm that even his translator couldn't mask. Marcus took a breath, composing himself. You're making volcanoes sound like some kind of apocalyptic horror show, and I get it. For most species here, they would be. But, Professor, humans literally vacation at volcanoes. The classroom erupted in confused murmurs. Impossible, hissed Esratha, a reptilian creche from the volcanic wastelands of Karos Prime. My homeworld has volcanic activity. We built our civilization underground to escape it. Marcus pulled out his personal data pad. May I, Professor? Kelvin gestured reluctantly. The human connected to the classroom display, and suddenly images flooded the screen. Tourists posing for pictures with Vesuvius looming behind them. Families roasting marshmallows over volcanic vents in Hawaii. Geologists in nothing but basic heat suits walking mere meters from active lava flows. This is Pompeii, Marcus explained, showing a bustling tourist town. Built on the slopes of Vesuvius, which destroyed the original city almost 2,000 years ago. We rebuilt it. There are over 3 million people living in the area now. Madness, breathed a Quillic student. Or this, Marcus continued, showing footage of Iceland's Blue Lagoon. A geothermal spa built right on top of a lava field. People pay money to swim in water heated by volcanic activity. It's considered relaxing. Professor Kelvin's appendages trembled. But the danger is monitored, Marcus interrupted gently. Look, I'm not saying volcanoes aren't dangerous. We lose lives to eruptions, but we've learned to predict them, study them, even use them. Geothermal energy powers entire nations. Volcanic soil is incredibly fertile. Some of our best farmland exists because of volcanoes. The Hawaiian Islands, where millions live, were literally created by volcanic activity and are still being created. He showed more images, scientists collecting lava samples, children learning about volcanoes on school field trips, entire cities built into volcanic calderas. The thing is, Marcus said, his voice taking on a more serious tone, Earth tried really hard to kill us. Volcanoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, droughts, ice ages, heat waves, and predators that saw us as convenient snacks. For millions of years, our planet threw everything at us. He looked around the silent classroom. And you know what we did? We didn't just survive. We thrived. We studied what tried to kill us until we understood it. We built our homes in the danger zones because the land was too valuable to abandon. We turned disasters into opportunities. Marcus pulled up a map of Earth showing volcanic regions highlighted, most dotted with human settlements. Mount Fuji is sacred to us. Yellowstone draws millions of visitors yearly despite sitting on a supervolcano. We have entire scientific fields dedicated to studying volcanic activity. Some of us, he smiled, become volcanologists because we think they're beautiful. The Vexillian student who'd nearly fainted earlier raised a tentative appendage. But why? Why not simply avoid them? Marcus considered this. Because that's not who we are. Humans don't avoid danger. We analyze it, prepare for it, and then we usually try to befriend it or at least understand it. My grandmother lives in the Pacific Northwest under 3 different volcanoes. When I asked her if she was worried, she said, "Honey, I'm more likely to die from bad seafood than from Mount Rainier." A wave of uncertain laughter rippled through the classroom. Professor Kelvin slowly changed colors, shifting from purple to a contemplative blue. "Mr. Chen, your species files did mention an unusual approach to danger, but I confess I thought it was exaggerated." "Most people do," Marcus said, sitting back down, "until they realize that humans sent people to the moon using computers less powerful than the datapad I'm holding. That we've survived everything from plague to nuclear weapons. That we keep detailed records of disasters specifically so we can learn from them and do better next time." He gestured at the frozen image of Etna still glowing on the display. "Volcanoes aren't nightmare monsters to us, Professor. They're teachers, resources, and yeah, sometimes tourist attractions. They're just another part of our very complicated relationship with our planet." The professor was quiet for a long moment. Then he clicked his appendages thoughtfully. "Perhaps," he said slowly, "we need to reassess our entire curriculum on Death World adaptations. Class, it appears we've been studying the volcano. We should have been studying the species that decided to live on one." Marcus grinned. "If it helps, Professor, I could bring my vacation photos from my trip to Kilauea next week. I got really close to some lava flows." The Vexillian student fainted for real this time. As the class rushed to help their fallen classmate, Professor Kelvin looked at Marcus with something approaching respect. "Your species is absolutely insane, Mr. Chen." "Yeah," Marcus agreed cheerfully. "We get that a lot. Want to see the pictures from when I went storm chasing in Tornado Alley?" The professor's color shifted to pale white. It was going to be a very long semester.